Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux with another live stream. And today we want to do a look at OpenMandriva. First time I've looked at anything from Mandriva, so be interesting. This is a release candidate. This is the latest release candidate for, I think is it the 4.3, I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But regardless, we wanted to go ahead and have a look at it. Hopefully we survive. Apparently half of the town is out of electricity right now, so we are preserved here. We still have internet. We still have power. So, but there is actually another storm can be rolling in here soon too, so who knows how long that shall last. But anyway, I digress. Oh boy, let's check on in. How's everybody doing? My Linux diaries over there. Last time you had used it was some time ago. There you go. And we got Doug. How's it going there? Reviewed at 6 a.m. No thanks. All right, we do not definitely have one not taker. Gerald Craig, greetings. Keep thinking about installing OpenMandriva. All right. Never tried the OS. Should be interesting for sure, says the Necromancer as he's resurrecting something from the dead. The Beatles Kier. How's it going there? Lucy in the sky with that. Never mind. Simple programming codes. Hello to you. Alexander Beer. Greetings. Hey, y'all, hold my beer and watch this. Mandriva's your first distro. It was great. There you go. Gulf Coast Prepper. How's it going there, Gulf Coast Prepper? Are you a prepper? That sounds awesome. I've been watching some of the more prepper type things lately. Kind of fascinating. Linux Mint is tops. I agree. Does anyone here like Trump? Yeah. Certainly better than the dementia patient we have in there right now, although certainly not as good as some people have been, but you know. But we're not going to get into politics here today. We are going to talk about OpenMandriva and Linux. Is it raining or is that a bus? Oh, that's just a bus. I'm like, there's loud noise outside. Must be, I thought it was rain. It's just another bus. Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! What's going on? Not too much going my way. And my Linux diary is typing. Let's see what he says before we dive on in here. Linux diary. Are you typing? Like, I'm typing, man. I'm typing. I wonder if I can get my comment thread over here. I don't think I can. Nah. I don't think we're going to try and get the comment thread up here. We do have to end at a hard 5. So we'll probably end before that. But come on, man. I know. Wonder if people use Mandriva more for nostalgia or for practical reasons. I know Mandriva is a nostalgic distro for many. There you go. I think Tom is speechless. Not really. There you go. So let's go ahead and jump on in, shall we? Let me take a sip of my coffee first. Still my second cup of coffee for the day. I haven't been drinking it as fast as I usually do. Very interesting. Been a weird day. Anyway. Done typing. It seems there's a little delay with stuff. All right. Yeah. Well, there's like a 30-second or so delay from when it goes on and is displayed out. So, anyway, comments either on Discord or on the Tubi comments or get to me pretty quickly. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? And then we will wrap up for as long as you guys are chatting or 5 o'clock, whichever happens to come first. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we want to have a look at OpenMandriva. This is going to be my first time looking at the distribution. I've installed it, poked around with it a little bit today, have not done a whole lot more than that. We're looking at the latest release candidate. Their website is at openmandriva.org, and I found that just having a brief look at it, there's a lot of really cool functions and features to it that definitely make it worthy of examination. You can download it over here. So this is 4.2 is the download, and I think that the one we're looking at is the 4.3 release candidate. It's whatever the latest release candidate is that we're going to be looking at. So 4.3 release candidate. That's the one we are actually looking at today. And so there's a lot of information available on the website. You can kind of see what they're doing. They are an independent distribution. Their package manager, you can update things with DNF. So for those that like Fedora and OpenSUSE will already be used to how you can manage packages on it. But there are a lot of other functions and features to it that really makes it a good distribution. So booting into the virtual machine here, the default compositor is going to be X, but you can choose Wayland. In my original tests, this is a rare one in that I found it seemed to work better on Wayland than X in the context of my virtual machine. So here you can, the default is Plasma X, there's a failsafe X, and there's a Plasma Wayland. And if you really like, your multiple desktop environments and things like that, then really it's going to disappoint you in that it only has Plasma. Give me just a second here. Somebody needed the link. Thanks, My Linux Diary, for giving me the link down there. All right, we're going to cut back in here. So now on the desktop, what I found the best about this, it has this welcome screen that, I mean, I haven't seen a welcome screen this helpful since Linux Mint. And this one's a really good one. It gives you all of the information on it. So we have here, it says here using LX 4.5, codename Nickel with kernel 5.12.4. So it is very new Linux kernel. And if you go through each of these sections, it is going to tell you about all of the different elements. So here's the kernel. It tells you what's new about the kernel. Here's the Plasma version, 521.5, gives you information about that. And then just some of the main packages. LibreOffice is 7.132, the newest available final stable release. There's a fresh and there's a stable, so they're using the stable here. We have a control center that is absolutely second to none with the things you can do. We're not talking about just setting your desktop wallpapers and stuff. We're actually talking about what is the default boot options. We're talking about what repos are you using? Are you on a stable or a rolling or whatever else? There are so many things in this. We also have a feeling like section. So, you know, it is now thus catering to this modern, whatever I feel is right mindset. If you feel like Plasma Breeze, if you feel like Ubuntu, if you feel like Windows 10 or Windows 7, if you feel like Mac OS, you have the options to go ahead and play around with your settings and do that with the click of a button, which is really nice. Here's the fresh packages. Some fresh packages included are Krita, ChemSodo, SM Player, VLC, KBackup. So what you'll notice is the entire suite of applications are your K applications. It has those and maybe a few other common applications, but it doesn't have things like GIMP in it just because not a K application. So you have a lot of those different options, and then automated billing, build farm. So here's some features that you have. Now, this is really where OpenMandriva is going to stand out. First is we have a repo picker. This is good in that you can choose if your system is a rolling system or something else. So here's your update channel. You have release, rock, rolling, and cooker. So each one of these guys here, this is the current working versions. If you go ahead and switch, we're going to hit no on this. I'm not going to switch stuff in the middle. If you go ahead and switch, your rock is going to be your stable. Your release is the latest release. And I'm guessing that the cooker is going to be like a development branch. So you have a lot of these. You can enable unsupported packages. They're free, but not officially supported. So some of these guys, if you need some applications that may not be in the official repositories, we have restricted packages that are free, but encumbered by patents that may make them illegal in some countries, so you are responsible. And then they have non-free. So this is a really good way of handling all these types of things that some distributions have a difficult time working with to figure out which ones you can have and not have. So you have that option right here within the Welcome Manager. Desktop presets, this is your feels like. So if you want to be like, I just got to trick people into thinking I'm running Windows 10, go ahead and click the button there. It's going to change everything. We're not going to log out now. Any issues or problems we'll just deal with. We'll just understand that there may be some things that don't look just like Windows 10. You can see here it gave us the layout, the icons, everything just like Windows 10. Here's the Windows 10 menu. So if I go ahead and right click and pin to menu, you can see that we have the options here to create things and move them around and stuff like that. So you can create a whole Windows 10 look and feel onto your system just with a click of a button. We can also go into a Mac OS version. We have a Windows 7, we have an Ubuntu, and then we have the default Plasmas as well. So here is your Mac. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Mac have these buttons over on the other side, or I'm mistaken? I might be mistaken. I don't use Mac enough to remember. So here you go. You have your nice Mac look and feel to it. It's putting everything kind of up where Mac happens to be at. We're going to go ahead and go back to the default OpenMandriva look and feel, just so that you can kind of see what we're doing there. So that's a cool option. And then update configuration. Do you want your system to automatically download and install updates? Do you want to download updates automatically but install manually? That's the default. Or do you want to be like, don't do anything automatically, let me figure it all out? So there is definitely in here something for everybody. And then we have the control center. This is going to be very much like Yast. We'll leave that down there on the bottom where we're going to walk through this. Then we'll go ahead and have a look at what the control center is going to look like. So that is your features. Here is your configure. You can configure your network. Now, one of the things I was not able to do is I was not actually able to get SMB shares working. I didn't play around with it a lot. It was boot up a file manager. Does it work? No. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to fight with that a little bit. But we have different options for the networking and things like that. Under applications, this is a very nice place here where you can just install some of the most commonly used applications. So here's GIMP, Scribus, Pixelize, LibreCAD, Inkscape, Blender. Here's Internet Resources. The default web browser, by the way, is, I believe it is Conqueror, I think. No, Falcon, Falcon web browser. So that's your default web browser. Yeah, it works just fine. But you can do Firefox, you can do Chromium, and that's the only one that's right here. We do have Dropbox there as well. Multimedia, you can install your codecs, and then there's a variety of other things that you can install from there. Here's some development tools, utilities. So these are just quickly installing applications. You, of course, still have Discover as an option, so you can do that. And I'm not sure if this has, is it called, DNF Dragora. It has that. I think that's a crappy program, but hey, at least it has it if you like it. So there we are. Here's how to contribute, and here is some help about it. So we have the applications is to get your most common software with Discover and Dragora as being your primary means that you might install software. So over here, this is the control center. Here's software, install additional applications with DNF Dragora, OpenMandriva repo picker. We've already looked at that. K-backup is a good way to run your backups. As far as your hardware is concerned, you have your touchpad, Bluetooth, monitors, keyboards, things like that. We also have local disk configuration in addition to drive configurations. System, we have our system boot. So if you need to make changes to what is going on in your system boot, you can do this. This is very handy if you're dual booting and you want to very easily go back and forth between different things. What is the first thing to boot? So if you had Windows on here and you wanted that to go first, you could set it to default boot into Windows or default boot into any other Linux distribution that you have. So you have a lot of different options inside of there. Here's guest accounts, bug reporting tools. A couple places you'll see the bug reporting tools. So that's actually good. Here's desktop themes, desktop icons, and fonts. And then under our, let's see, here's our security, firewall, passwords, and keys. So there we have it. I think the control center, they said, is still kind of in beta. So there is kind of what we get out of the box. As far as the applications, mostly it's heavy on K applications without a whole lot of other applications out of the box. So you can see it is a full, complete operating system without an excessive amount of bloat. I'm not a huge fan of most of the K applications, but you do have some things. Oh, look at that, a sound editor. I wonder how well that is compared to Audacity. Here's your Kmail, K address book, your full LibreOffice suite. Here's your basic settings. So overall, you can see that this does have a lot of functions and features. It's a full operating system out of the box. The biggest downsides are it only has one desktop. You may be able to install more with the repositories. I didn't go ahead and check that, but that is definitely something you can do on most distributions. This one, out of the box, you only have Plasma. That's great news if you love Plasma, and it's not great news if you like anything but Plasma. So as far as our overall options, what do I think about this distribution? Well, overall, I really like what I'm seeing. It has that good blend of resources for the person who is a new user and a person who is an advanced user. You can configure a lot of things in the GUI. Overall, it's going to work very nicely. You can see we've played around with everything here. It's still running in under a gig of RAM. It's not overwhelmed. It does feel a little slow and buggy for me, but most distributions do in my VirtualBox at this point in time because I really need to push some updates, get some newer versions of things on here, and that's going to be done very shortly. But overall, what I'm seeing in here is a very nice Linux distribution. It has all of those tools that you will need for managing your system without having to go into a terminal. But in the event you do need to go into a terminal, we have a couple terminals there installed. There's that one. I think I looked at the other one before. There's a couple of them there, I guess. So over here, as I said, that is using DNF. So if I do sudo DNF upgrade, enter our password, then this is kind of what you're doing. There's nothing there because I upgraded it earlier. But if you do need a package installed and you don't want to go into the GUI tools, you can just use DNF. So there we have it. We have a very nice distribution. Out of the box, the thing works really well. You have the option between Wayland and X, with X being the default. You have a rich suite of the latest rolling K applications, a very new kernel. You can choose a stable release or a rolling version of it without doing any multiple downloads and installs. You can simply change it on the fly, update the repositories, run the upgrade, and then you will switch between a rolling and a stable release. It has all of the tools, all of the functions to make your desktop look exactly like what you need your desktop to look like. And really, there you have it. Overall, this to me looks like an excellent distribution. Maybe it might be one I play with a little bit more going forward, although I do kind of like my Arch and my Linux Mint. But anyway, that's my first look at OpenMandriva. Let me know your thoughts of this distribution in the comments down below. What was your favorite part about this? Is there anything in this as kind of a deal breaker for you? Let us know that in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right, let's check in on our comments. Necromancer with a $3 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I love your thumbs up birdie there. Awesome. All right, let's check in on Discord first so I don't forget. Sandro Linux, how's it going there? Second to none, better than Yasten. Okay, that alone makes the distro worth it. Trying yourself. I've had a lot of distros in my days, never OpenMandriva. There you go. Might try it just because the lack of choice, because of that choice between rolling and non-rolling repos. That seems a really cool concept. It is. I like that. That is kind of cool. That you can do it on easily in the GUI on a single install. Cool. How's it? A Mandriva decent. Cool to see a distro trying to save an old distro, a dead one. Hey, the Necromancer's raising Mandriva from the dead. Come on. Switching to SwitchedTolinux going to do any Odyssey streams. When I'm done with my super secret project, I will look into streaming to Odyssey as well. In the short term, not right now. But it's not off the list. It's just I have a massive backlog of things I need to do, but the super secret project is #1 priority because I have an absolute hard deadline to finish it. Odyssey is the new, it is the new formatting of library, LBRY. So we are over there. Everything that we do here gets duplicated over to there. Any clue if OpenMandriva can be installed minimally without any desktop stuff? Yeah, they do have, I didn't mention that, but they do have let me see if I can find it in the website stuff. They should have a server. They should have a, let's see. Let's see where I can find that. Okay, hit the download. For 3. Okay, so this one, the 4.3, the one we're testing, just has the Plasma. The 4.2. Oh, wow. They got a lot. They got a lot. All right. So over here in the 4.2, going into the final, we have AA Arch. We have a Raspberry Pi 4. Man, they got a Raspberry Pi 4. I might just try this on the Raspberry Pi. It might. Who knows? It might actually be better than Manjaro on the Raspberry Pi. That's a thought. And so they have the Rock Pi 4C, 4A, 4B, Raspberry Pi 4B, Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. We have the Plasma. Let's see. End server. There should be a. Oh, yeah. There's a server, Arch server 64. So, yeah, you have a lot of different options for that. And like I said, you might be able to install different desktop environments on it as well. I just don't know the answer to that. So that's worth looking into. But, yeah, absolutely. I did not mention that in the video, but that's okay. See more Odyssey streams because YouTube is not very good being censored. Oh yeah, we are like I am on YouTube's naughty list right now apparently. So, which is why usually a stream like this doing a video. I just lost my light. Did I run out of power? No, my ambient light generator ran out of power. I'm gonna charge that bad boy up. So, yeah, with that, let's see. Yeah, with that, where was I at? Yeah, I'm on the naughty list. We only have like 30 people watching this max. Let's see what my max is. Oh, no, actually, we max at about 35 people. Usually a stream doing a Linux distribution at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday, we would have almost twice that. But I'm on YouTube's naughty list at this point in time, so... There we have it. Let's see. Don't like having extra desktops or bloat, but if I can get a server version without all stuff, definitely give it a shot. Yes, it is there. All right, check in on comments over on YouTube. Once again, thank you, Necromancer, for that super chat. Anyone who supports Trump is evil or mentally handicapped. I disagree with you. Is OpenMandriva a rolling release? You have the option between, I think we addressed that in the video, but we have rolling and we have stable. Okay. Hello, Abahas. Where's the star of Switch to Linux? The star of Switch to Linux is right there. There is the star. Alrighty, let's see. You can have a rolling repo as well. Yes, you can. Anyone else use YouTube Premium? I do not use YouTube Premium. Watching on your phone, no ads in streaming audio. Very cool. Uh-oh, Necromancer just lost power. No! Doesn't use Firefox as a web browser. You know, honestly, that's probably a good thing. What image comes out if you do a Neo fetch? I don't know. Ports with super chats and on Patreon. Well, thank you. We are on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. We also have Subscribestar/switchedtolinux, and we also have thinklifemedia.com. The best content, and you don't find me repulsive. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Am I repulsive if I start picking my nose? Never tried OpenMandriva. Good review. Might try it out now. Mandrake is still around? I don't know. Hello, Alex. Greetings to you. How's it going? What did I do? Oh, no. What did I do? I don't know. Well, sudo rmrf/command clear my cache. It will clear everything. Don't do it. What on earth have you done to get on the naughty list? I reported actual real data from the Centers for Disease Control. So I got a community strike for reporting data from the Centers for Disease Control. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I am a naughty boy. I'm a very naughty boy. Use a long-range parabolic antenna for Wi-Fi. No, I have not. Let's see. Use FreeTube to watch streams as such. Thank you, Dan, for that super chat. $1. Hey, Kitty, you need to go back in your chair so we can feed you. Let's go feed the beast, and then we will go ahead and wrap up. Kitty cat, go back in your chair. Go back in your chair. Come here. Sit back in your chair, so we'll get you some foods. No, back in the chair, dummy. Come on, over here. Oh, you almost lost that one. Houston, we got a double catter here. We got a double catter. You want to come up and say hi to peoples? Want to come up and say hi to peoples? Come on. Oh. Want to say hi? Yeah. Saying hi, huh? Saying hi. Yeah. Right in the microphone. Right in the microphone. Come on. Talk to the microphone. Say hello to everybody out there. Yeah. Yeah, she's the one that does not like the camera. She's like, camera, what are you doing? Switch your style of humor. Love the dude. Been watching since 2017. Wow. Tom, gonna have to use Windows 10 for now. And oh, no, don't do that. Don't do sudo rm home. There you go. You're actually giving a cat directions. Sounds like an exercise in futility. I know, right? Well, it's actually, my friend says they behave more like dogs at times. They actually do listen to instructions sometimes. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Love cats. So do I. That's why I have 2 of them. What about the sound editor? I don't know. I'll have to look at that. Wait, so I got a strike because they reported data. Yes. You cannot report data if it goes contrary to the talking points. So I actually literally had Centers for Disease Control on the screen talking about them. And you have to understand, if you don't know, I have a PhD in biomed science. And so I had CDC data on the screen talking about it. And we got a community strike for that. So, you know, if we disappear again, that's why. If we disappear, just follow along on all the social media stuff, because I'll let you know where we are. And if they decide to pull me off faster, then I'll prioritize to stream to Odyssey instead. I do have a DLive account also, which has never been used either. But we have a couple things in place. Tom, can you sing Soft Kitty? I've never heard of Soft Kitty. Kitty Cam, no food, no talking. That's right. Let's see. FreeTube is more complete package. MPV is a video player, can play stuff. Yeah, don't do RMRF. That if you are new to Linux, RMRF / is a way to destroy your entire computer. Which, by the way, Sandra Linux, it is actually against our rules to suggest people to do that. So don't do that on Discord server. So, we do have a rule because it's a Linux server and there's new Linux people around on the Linux server on Discord. We do have a rule not to encourage people to do things that will destroy their systems. So, yeah, so don't do that. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy up right here. We will have the edited version out. If you missed the overall review portion, we will have that out very quickly. Give me about another, I don't know, hour or so or less, and I'll have it out. Hey, no problem, man, no problem. Not everybody gets in there and reads all the rules. I know we want people to read the rules and stuff, but sometimes we just miss them. So, yeah. All right. With that, guys, we are going to call her quits for now, and we will be back tomorrow with a supporters stream. And I believe tomorrow, one of the supporters recommended we talk about the current climates of websites' refusal to tell users why their accounts are locked, deleted, banned, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like a great thing. We're going to attempt to do it without getting political. Who knows if that's going to happen, but we are going to attempt it. Anyway, of course, good heels because Florida just passed a law preventing this stuff as well. So we'll talk about all that kind of stuff. And then Friday, if you're new to the channel, Friday is our big event, weekly news roundup, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch the show live. It is fun. It is glorious. We get to see how the world is going crazy these days. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you later. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.